your copy today. Hi, I'm Alicia Khoury, and you know me from my radio show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence with Alicia Khoury. If you lack confidence and boldness to really go out there and conquer the world, I'm here to share this valuable resource. In my book, Your Signature Style, Unlocking the Confidence, Style, and Influence of the Savvy CEO, I'll take you through a process where you can release your fears and embrace your femininity as a powerful tool to unleash your audacious confidence and win. This is where it all began for me, and I want to share it with you. Get your copy today at acradio.live. Bring out your beauty and confidence from the inside out. Buy this book today at www.acradio.live.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Hi, I'm Alicia Khoury, and I'm here to influence, educate, inspire, and entertain you with audacious confidence. Audacious confidence is the unshakable belief in yourself that's so bold and so daring that you live your life without limits or restrictions. So join me on my show, Unleash Your Audacious Confidence, so we can discover the unknown you. Call in to join the conversation at 888-565-1470. Let's get started. Good evening, everyone. It is Monday. Oh, it's the last day in April. And you know what I'm doing here? You know, I'm inviting everyone to join me live here on the radio. And so, just a couple quick things before I get into my amazing guest today. I want to thank all of you who have donated to the Boys and Girls Club on my behalf. I really, really, truly appreciate it. Plus, there's still time if you wish to give a gift to the Boys and Girls Club. There is still time. Go to acradio.live and you can give a donation. I am requesting 100 friends to give $10 to the Boys and Girls Club. And if you can go to that link, the link is on acradio.live, and you can click on the link and send in your donation to help out the Boys and Girls Club. This is one of their biggest fundraisers of the year, and I would really appreciate the support. Thank you, and I know the boys and girls will as well. I also wanted to say thanks to Dr. Jenna and her team. Dr. Jenna has been a guest of mine, and I had a few weeks ago, I was in a minor car accident, and I immediately thought of going to Dr. Jenna, of course, to check me out, make sure everything is working all fine and great. And so I just want to give a shout out to Dr. Jenna for taking such great care of me and making sure that I am in tip-top shape. And so I want to transition from that into saying that I so appreciate all of you who join me, who either watch live or watch the replay, who have comments, who continue to support the show. I thank you so much. Those of you who are listening on 95.3 FM or 1470 AM, thank you so much for tuning in. And for those of you who are watching live on Facebook, Periscope, or YouTube, thank you so much for continuing to support the show and continuing to join me and continuing to say hi. And you know, sharing is caring. So if you can share the show, share it out, share it to those who are who you think might be interested in the show. That would be so wonderful, just to share it out. Also, if you're enjoying the content, give us some hearts, give us some likes, and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to watch the show. So, without further ado, I am now going to switch gears and introduce you to this phenomenal woman who is called Kourtney Coleman. Look, we're matching, Kourtney. Look at that. Kourtney Coleman. Kourtney is a Tailor Protocol certified practitioner, speaker, coach, author, and host of the Impact Zone podcast, and the host of I Am Her Empowerment and Impact Summit for Career Women. She is the president of Kourtney Coleman, Inc., where she helps career women transition into successful and confident entrepreneurs. You see that word in there? We're going to talk about that. By creating an online or small business that is authentic to them. So welcome, Kourtney. I am so thrilled.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
I'm so thrilled to have you because I am also going to be on the I Am Her Impact Summit for Career Empowerment and Impact Summit for Career Women. And so this is our opportunity. You got to interview me, so this is my opportunity to interview you now. So the tables have turned a little bit, and that's great.
Yes, ma'am.
So I wanted
nice to hear you introduce me too.
Yeah. Thank you. So I wanted to first ask you, well, what is the Tailor protocol? Because you're a Tailor protocol certified practitioner. So what exactly is that?
As a Tailor Protocol certified practitioner, I am certified with the CVI, the Core Values Index assessment. Mind blank there. And what that assessment actually does, it helps you to identify what your innate core values are. Now, your innate core values are not the same thing as the morals that you were taught as a child. When you were formed in your mother's womb, you had these certain gifts and abilities, and you were born with them. So nobody taught them to you.
Right.
Now, the reason why I wanted to use it in my business was because I wanted something that was sure. It wasn't that my gift to say, oh, you would be good at this, to base my business off of that. I didn't want to do that. I know people need facts in order to say, okay, I can take this and run with it.
Right.
That's why I chose the CVI. But it doesn't matter what your emotional status is, what your financial, religious, mental, none of that matters because it's based off of your innate core values.
Wow.
And I can take that one solid thing and I can help them to say, oh, this is how I build my business with ease. This is why I think the way I do. This is why I do the things that I do. And you'll never change. The way you were born, the way you're going to die.
That is
have your
incredible.
Same core values.
I love that because a lot of times we flounder not realizing what those core things really are. And so you have a proven system that helps you not just identify those things, but then develop them and use them in your business practice. And that helps you. It's more than just knowing your strengths because you were born with these innate abilities. And so you do it naturally. And
right.
so that helps.
And you always revert to them.
Yeah. That helps you navigate where you should be instead of struggling trying to be something or someone that you weren't created to be. And that is incredible. So, in all my conversations with you so far, because we've known each other for a couple months now, and in all my conversations, I have categorized you as a bold and audacious woman. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
That. Yes.
You are bold.
That's
and
me.
You are audacious. So I want to ask you, where does that come from?
Comes from my core values.
Your core values.
It comes from my core values. It comes from knowing what those are and being able to stand in that power, to be so comfortable with myself that I can just totally be free to be myself and not feel like, because I've been there.
Yeah.
And I don't have to be there anymore. So I understand what it's like to live from that space. And I remember I told a coach, I used to feel like, oh, everybody always said my energy is so big, and I felt like I had to tone down my energy and who I was. And I kept thinking, well, what's wrong with me? I don't want to push people away. I don't want people to think, oh, my gosh, you're just so much and so strong. But when I identified what my core values were, and he said, well, why do you need to tone down you? He said, you're giving someone to experience what it's like to live from that position. And I said, you know what? You are absolutely right. I will never, ever, ever tone myself down again for someone. It means I need to position myself around those people who can be in agreement with living from that position or who can be in agreement with someone helping them get to that position.
Wow. That is awesome. So I wanted to ask you too, because we're going to talk about the I Am Her Empowerment and Impact Summit. First of all, what do you do that helps transition women, or if it's not a full transition, that helps career women really find that secondary business that they may want to start?
Mm-hmm. Most people are working for someone and they get fed up because they're not being recognized. They feel like they're not being paid enough. They're overworked. They're drained. They don't have time for family. And they think, you know what? This sucks. I want to do my own thing. And not understanding what it takes to be an entrepreneur and that you really need to understand who you are and how you are. You go and jump into a business and like, this isn't working. This failed. This is miserable.
Right.
I don't like it. I'm not meant for this. Now, I will agree that there are some people who are meant to be entrepreneurs and some people who are meant to work for others. Both sides are totally fine and are needed.
Yes.
However,
absolutely.
If you don't realize, oh, I need to work on myself and I need to understand who I am so that I can choose the right opportunities so that I can flourish and build my business with ease, you're going to be miserable and never going to be successful.
Yeah.
So in helping her when she's like, I want to have a business, or a lot of them already have businesses that they've started, but to say, okay, let me circle back around. Let me find out about me. Because you bumped your head enough now to realize I'm the one standing in my own way.
Right.
And I got to get out of my own way.
That is so true.
Once you realize that, it's like, okay, well, now we can sit down and talk, because you realize without doing it, it's not working.
Yeah.
So
you
I go through this session with them. Right. And because when they first start out, that's the last thing they ever think about doing. And I know because I was there. I didn't even know what personal development was. I just got in and got started.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, wow, I wish someone had told me I needed to do this.
Yeah.
I would be so much further along and I wouldn't have bumped my head so much.
A million times.
But you live, you learn.
Yes.
And her knowing that I need to work on myself, when she sees herself on paper, and she says, oh, my gosh, this is me. And we backtrack it and show the pattern. And now it's like, okay, well, how can I take this and maximize who I am and how I am so that I can build upon it and not try to beat myself up because I'm not a certain way.
Right.
Not try to pretend to be someone else so I don't feel natural in my business. I can just be me.
Yeah.
There is so much freedom in just being you.
That is so true.
And when you do that, it's
that is
amazing
so true.
How much more you can build and grow and be comfortable in your business. You won't be building a copycat business. You'll be building your business.
Absolutely.
And that's what I help them to do.
Absolutely. Well, that is really empowering. And I use the word empowering because I'm segueing to the summit. So what inspired you to create the summit then? Is it that you had so many clients that you wanted to bring? Because this is for career women. This isn't for the entrepreneur. We made that very clear distinction when we were doing the pre-interview for your summit. So, number one, why career women, and why did you choose to do the summit?
Okay, why career women is because who I help starts out as a career woman. Mm-hmm. Remember, I said she's tired and frustrated of doing all this work and not getting recognized. Now she's like, I want my own business because I want more money, more freedom, and more recognition.
Right.
So she started her business when she was still having her career. And I never push anybody to end their career and start as an entrepreneur. That's not my song that I sing. Yes. I love my benefits. So I don't ever tell anybody to do that. And the reason why the summit, I actually had been pushed to create some goals. Now I thought, this will be way far off, right? This doesn't have to be right now. This is far off. I'm not ready yet for this. And lo and behold, I put it on my goal sheet and I wrote it out and I did a vision board, and there was someone in front of me who had a blueprint for how to do summit.
Oh, wow.
And that
divine intersection.
It was like synchronicity. It was time, and I didn't know it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a matter of when I thought the time should come. It was a matter of, this is when you need to do it. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, let's do this thing.
So give the dates, because I have some people asking that are actually private messaging me asking when, where, how.
Oh, okay.
I was going to give it at the end, but let's just do it right now.
Okay. The website is IamHerSummit.com. And the dates are May the 24th through the 27th. you will receive your emails with all of the wonderful interviews that I was so blessed to participate in. I felt like it was Sister Circle on certain days. It was just amazing opportunity for me to get to know these ladies, their passion, and how they could help other women.
And
then, just amazing.
So tell me some of the topics that you cover during the summit, and then I want to talk a little bit about some of the women that you interviewed for the summit and why. So give us just a brief rundown of some of the topics.
A brief rundown. Learn how to build a personal and professional network to build your career. One thing I kept saying was that African American women, they don't have a career network that they should have. So that was a topic that I wanted to cover.
And who is covering that? Who's speaking on that?
That is Miss DeVay Campbell. She is such a sweetheart. Oh my gosh. I just become enamored, and I fell in love with a lot of these ladies, and a lot of them I didn't.
Let me just answer this one question before you go through, because they're asking where. So I just want to let them know it's online. It's an online summit, so you don't have to go anywhere. You just register, go to the website, register. Sorry?
Not this year.
Register.
It's virtual this year.
It's virtual this year. Yeah, this year is going to be virtual. So go to the website, register, and in your email, you'll get the information on the dates and who's speaking on what days and all that information so that you can participate. Yes, Sandra, I know you're up in Carolina. And she's like, I don't want to miss out. So,
and I'm having the ladies who were speaking be in a private group that we have. So make sure you enter the private group if you register for the summit so they can answer your questions inside the group.
Okay.
Because we were having topics that could be sensitive, I didn't just want it totally out on the net. So there's a private group.
So we have a private group because some of the topics are sensitive, and we want to make sure that, you feel comfortable asking it in a private setting. So anyway, I apologize for cutting you off, but I wanted to get to that before it disappeared on me. So, so the next topic you were talking about.
Okay. How to amplify your ask and get your dream career.
How to amplify your ask. Wow.
Yes. It's talking about being able to negotiate.
That's big.
Sometimes people don't think they need the skill of being a negotiator.
That's big.
So I kind of have two of those from two different perspectives. One is how to leverage every interaction. Now, I have to tell you, Miss Cornelia Shipley put a whole nother spin on answering the question, how are you today at work? I think I must have been there with my mouth open the whole time. Like, what? How did you get all that? Where did this come from? It was amazing that so much could come from just that little question at work that you get asked. Right. Oh. And she's like, we answered that question wrong. How do you answer that question wrong? You'll have to be in the summit.
Wow.
Another one was Miss Alicia Corey.
Oh, me.
It was you. It was a beautiful conversation. First, I have to say how we were introduced was amazing. Every conversation I have with you is awesome.
Thank you.
It's awesome. And I'm like, it's nice to have people you love to talk to. That's a really great thing.
Yeah.
So I love talking to you.
So
we were talking about branding, and I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said we're synergistic. We think alike. Yeah.
We do. So we got to talk about how to be in the office and how not to be.
Yes.
That was a great conversation.
Dressing for success.
Another one is about how your social media can damage your career.
Mm-hmm. And I find that so amazing that people don't even think about that. How do they not even process that before they post something that, could damage their career? I mean, how do you not think one thing has anything to do with the other?
They don't. They think this is my personal space. I have anonymity. Nobody can say anything. I can do whatever I want to do. But it's like, do you realize on the other side you're either hurting yourself or someone else? And I don't think they do.
Yeah.
It makes you desensitized. I have no idea.
But that is that's a good one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Another one is about how to survive after loss.
I know who did that one.
Yes, my girlfriend Karen.
Yes, Karen, who introduced us. Yes.
Yes, she introduced
how
us.
do you,
like, you have to meet
and
her.
the thing is,
how do you survive after
with Karen, it's not just how do you survive after loss, after a devastating loss, but how do you thrive? Because she goes beyond just surviving to thriving after a devastating loss. And I mean, I don't know how much, I didn't listen to the summit, so I don't know how much she goes into all the things that she's been through. But, you know, when you have things that just drop you to your knees and you don't know how to move on, how to go on from that, you know, how do you not just survive but thrive? Sorry?
And she's such a peaceful person. I just love her gentle spirit.
Love her. She is so sweet, super sweet. Miss Karen. She's not on. I don't see her on, but I'm sure she'll check it out later.
Her ears may be buzzing.
Yeah, she sometimes checks it out later. No comment.
Okay.
But that is a big one.
And we also have about how to find money for your kids' college education. One of the things
I gotta listen
always
to that.
tell our kids, you got to go to college. But where's the money? Like, where's the money? And just being able to help you to understand that there are some resources you may or may not know, or it could even be for your furthering education.
Mm-hmm.
It could be for you. But so I have a great resource, Miss Ashley Hill, who is doing that. Then I have someone who has the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award from 44, y'all. From 44.
What?
When I read that, I was like, what? What? So she tells us her story, how that happened.
Wow.
And then we had a surprise guest appearance happen. It was just absolutely hilarious. And
so you got to tune in to see that. I've got to tune in.
Do.
Give us May 24th to the 27th.
May 24th through the 27th.
And you can go, you can go to acradio.live. I have the link there under the date, April 30th with Kourtney, with some bio information on Kourtney. And you can click on the link and it'll take you to the page. Or you can go to iamhersummit.com and you can get the details at I Am Her Summit to check that out. And, this is an important summit. And I believe that there are not enough resources out there for women who are in careers that may be considering starting a business, even if they enjoy their career, but they want to, I had a guest here, Cindy. She loves her job. Well, she left it, but she loved her job. She didn't really want to leave her job, but she felt an unction and she felt a pull to do something more for her community, for the women in her community. And that blossomed into a business that's thriving. Now she's traveling all over the world and speaking and empowering people. And she's just phenomenal. But, you never know where it's going to take you. So don't sit in your sandbox and just think that that's it for you. Even if you do enjoy your career, there may be other gifts inside of you that are just screaming to come out to do something else, and you don't have the resource, or you don't know how to kind of navigate that.
Right.
So I think this is important.
Can I say one more topic?
Yes.
This topic right here is about determining who should be there for you and who should make those crucial decisions at the most important time of your life when you are in transition. This conversation right here, you'll even hear me say at the end of the video, I feel like I just need to go cry to release all of this stuff and then go and write up what I need to write up so that I can give the right instructions to the right person.
Wow.
I went in the interview one way, and in our pre-interview, I told her, this is how I told my family I want you to handle my affairs. She said, I'm going to try to convince you otherwise. And I got my education, like straight up. My face is just like, oh my God, I thought I had everything together. I thought I was taking care of everything, because I don't want people fighting when I make my transition.
Right.
And I don't want to burden someone either.
Wow.
You have to get in the summit and watch this video. It was absolutely amazing.
How many videos a day? How many videos a day are you releasing?
There are 3 to 4 a day.
Okay.
And
they can go back and watch if they miss anything, like if they miss the 24th and they're on the 25th, they can go back and watch the 24th?
You know, I've been toggling between should I, have where they can pay and view them later, or should I just leave it? And if I have enough requests, I'll make it where they can pay to get the videos. That's just, I want to make sure that I do the work. If there's a demand, I don't want to do the work. If there's not a demand, I have a lot of stuff to do. So,
and what times?
Up in the air.
Yeah, what times can they watch? What times are the videos being released?
At 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., because they're career women. They're at work. They're not going to be watching these videos. And it starts at 7. The videos go out, and you can watch the videos and respond, because the guests will be inside the private group at 7. The speakers will be. Right. And you can ask them any questions that you have. Okay.
And so from 7, how long is each session?
Some are 30 to, there's only a few that are over an hour, but some are like 30 minutes.
Okay. So from 7 p.m. from the 24th, you got to tune in and you can watch it, and then make sure that you catch it on the day. You'll have the schedule up so that they know which topics are what days, so you can set your, put it in your schedule so you don't miss it. Because, you want to get this information, and this summit, I mean, it sounds so incredible. You've gathered women, and I'm trying to get everything together that I have to say because I got 2 minutes. I know he's coming to knock on the glass. But when we did our pre-interview, the thing that stood out most was you kept saying, I want them to get information that they don't normally get anywhere else. I want them to hear things and be real and hear things about topics that we're not talking about, that we need to be talking about. Someone asked, what time zone is it in?
Eastern.
Is it Eastern time zone, Daphne? Eastern time zone. So once you register, you'll get the link for the Facebook group to get into the Facebook group. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so once you register, you'll get the link.
Request to go in, use your email that you registered for the summit so I can just check it, or else I'll be trying to find you to try to request and all of that.
Yeah, so use the same email that you used to register for the summit, and you'll be put into the Facebook group. Okay, Kourtney, I love you. Thank you so much. I can't wait for May 24th. I hope you guys tune in, and thank you for tuning in and asking all these great questions on Facebook. Do you have anything, final words?
No, just stay true to the real you.
Yeah. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you guys. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Bye. A wise friend always says to me, we have a finite number of minutes to spend. And just like you can only spend $1 once, you can only spend 1 minute once. It's your choice. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing to spend some of your minutes with me on my show. I wish you love, health, and happiness to live your life with audacious confidence. I love you, and we'll see you next time.